Hello, hi, and welcome back to Jilly's Crafts. My name is Jillian, and we are starting our Christmas crafting today. Very exciting. So what we're going to do today is we have two crafts. They're quick and easy and simple, and almost everything that I have to make them with is from Dollar Tree. So if you like the sound of that, stay tuned. If you would like to click on the like button if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, that would help me a lot. I would really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera down to my hands just so you can see better what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video and then I will restart when we are looking down at my hands. So what we're going to use is we are going to be using these. There we go. So it's these clay pots that I bought in the summertime from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 3. We're going to need some white paint. I got this paint from Michael's. I bought too big of a jar though, I think, because I didn't use it in time and it kind of dried out a bit, but I just added some water and I painted it and I used it to paint, so it was perfectly fine. You need your glue gun. We're gonna take these gigantic pine cones, and there we go. These ones I got from Dollarama. I couldn't find big ones at Dollar Tree, and these are called, it just says Christmas, Noel, Navidad, $3, and there's 4 in here. We're going to need 3. That one's kind of mashed up. So this one, and there we go. So 3 of these. We need 3 of these. Oh my gosh, it's stuck in there. Okay, we're gonna need 3 of these. We're gonna need 3 of the pots painted white. And we're gonna need a red marker, as well as these golden stars here for the top. So these are gonna be mini trees, and on the outside of the pots that are painted white, it's going to read Joy, so J-O-Y. Now we have to pick the best ones. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what the pots look like. I went ahead and painted them earlier, just so they would be here. So here we go. You don't have to paint them super great. I have paint on my hands from earlier too, because I painted something black. Oh dear. Okay. So these are the pots. They're painted white. You don't have to paint them on the inside, because what we're going to do is we're going to glue the trees on top of them. And one's going to say J, one's going to say O, one's going to say Y. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take a red Sharpie marker, and on each pot it's going to be a letter. So, and they're going to be red letters, and they're going to spell the word joy. So I'm just gonna take it, and I kind of want the letter to be in here, and I decided that I'm gonna just do cursive writing because it's nicer. So let me see. I'm gonna pull it closer to myself just so it's easier for me to write. So this is gonna be the J. J, see? The next one is gonna be an O. The next one is gonna be a Y. So let's see, which side do I like the best? There we go. So I'm gonna bring it to myself again a little bit closer. So an O, oops. O. And it's cursive. Oops, that's a little shaky there. So I'm just gonna kind of outline it again, just to make it a little bit nicer. J. O. O, and then on the third pot we're gonna put Y. And I think cursive is nice. You know, it's just, okay, I'm gonna pull it closer to myself and hold it very firmly like this so it doesn't roll around, and the Y gets where I want it to be. And Y. Okay, so joy. So now we have our 3, let's see, joy, J-O-Y. Okay, J-O-Y. The Y is a little bit lower than I had actually intended, but that's okay. It's fine. It'll do. There we go. I'm gonna make it a little more thick. Yeah, there we go. Made the O a little more thick. Actually, it makes the O a little bit more thick. And makes the J a little bit more thick too. There we go, just to make it a bit nicer. There we go. There. J. O. What? So we have that done. Now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna look at our pine cones and pick the nicest ones. So I like this one, and this one. And it's gonna be easy. I'm just gonna rim the outer edge with glue, and then I'm just gonna stick it on like so. And then, let's see. And then we're gonna put a star on top. So then we're gonna have Joy, J-O-Y. Actually, this one might be too big. J. Kind of want them all to be similar sized, and this one is a bit oversized, right? And yeah, that's too big. So I might put this one here like that, J-O-Y. And like that. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, my glue gun has been heating up, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put some glue on the outer rim of the terracotta pot. Oops. There we go. Now I use the Gorilla Glue because I find that it has a really good hold. And there we go. And I like it. So there we go. It's kind of, let me see, stick that right there on the top. Okay. And I might even put some ribbon around the top because it's looking a little plain, but we'll see after I put the, hold it down there. After I put the star on the tree, if I like it or if I want to put some red ribbon on it. Or some, because I love for Christmas, my favorite is the black and red buffalo check. And so I might even get a ribbon that has that on it because it's the right thickness for a ribbon and it might just jazz it up a bit. If you are more rustic and you prefer the twine, go ahead and just use twine. But me, I prefer like I said, I prefer the black and red buffalo check, and I do have some of that laying around, so I might just do that. So here's our O and our Y. There we go. Okay, turn that around. It has a nice kind of like outer ridge, so it's easy. It's really easy to put the glue in there, which makes crafting more fun, I find. So let's see, stick that down in there. Kind of hold it down. Gorilla Glue does take a minute to set up, so you just have to kind of hold it in place sometimes. Otherwise, it's not going to stick where you want it to stay. There we go. Yeah, I might put a ribbon. Alright, let me see here. Alright, let me put you guys on hold, not hold. Let me pause you guys while I go and get a ribbon to see which one I would like. 1 second, okay? So I have decided to go with the red sparkly ribbon. It was a toss-up between this ribbon that says "Have yourself a merry little Christmas," or the red glitter. And anyone who knows me knows that I am always a little bit extra. I cannot help myself. That's just how I am, and it is Christmas decorating, so let's just be a little extra. Let's just be loud and proud in our extraness, because you know what? Nothing wrong with being extra. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I will just show you. So I'm just hot gluing it to the back here, and I'll just hold it and maybe put a little dot of glue in the front as well, just to kind of hold it in place. And I'll do that. It's kind of, you want it to be nice and flush right? You want it to be nice and flush against the terracotta pot. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this to all 3. So let me just finish this one, and then I'll go ahead and make sure that I have it done for all 3 of these, and then I will come back to you. Okay, and then I'll show you what it looks like with the ribbon around it. Okay, so far so good. There we go. All right. So this is what we have so far. And I forgot to mention that the ribbon is from Dollar Tree. It's just called glitter ribbon. It's 12 feet long. This is what it looks like. And now we're going to move on to putting the stars on top. So these are DIY stickers from Dollar Tree as well. They are still available this year, although these are from last year. I'm trying to go through my stash and use what I have. So this is the back of them. It's just wood, and you can just peel off that little sticker and use hot glue to glue it to the top of the tree. Fake tree. Pinecone tree, if you will. And so we're just going to stick it in kind of like that on each of them. So let me just move these over and turn the J around. I want it to be kind of right in the middle there, so it looks like it's centered right there like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of hot glue on the back of this guy here. There we go. So, oops, that's hot. So just put a little dollop of glue here, and then look at my tree and turn it around so I can center it exactly where I want it to go. Right there. Perfect. So I'm just going to hold it in place for a second, make sure that the glue is going to, oh, I don't know if I even got it where the glue where it's supposed to go. Oh, sort of. Sort of. So let me just look at it and see if that's where I want it. Okay, perfect. So I'm just going to go ahead and glue along the back because I completely missed my hot glue. Okay. So I'm just going to glue it along the back there. So you see I just glued it on there because I clearly don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the J, the joy. I think it was a good call to go for the glitter ribbon because it looks so nice with the glitter star, and it really makes it look a little bit more festive. So let me go ahead and take the sticker off the back of this guy again, and then kind of glue it right there. Okay, this one will be easier because the top of the pine cone is like kind of mashed up. Look at that, it's kind of yucky. So this will look really nice on here because it will just perk that bad boy right up. So again, I'm just going to put some glue on the back here of the star, stick it right on there, and make it look a lot nicer. There we go. So Gorilla Glue again, you need to hold in place for just a second while it sets up. So there's that. J, O, and let's look at the Y. Let's see what we're working with here for the Y. So again, I'm just going to take another star sticker and go ahead and have a look and see kind of like where I want to place it, and that will help me to determine, I just put that down, where the glue should be placed. And again, you can see there's a spot back there, so that's going to be good. And I will go ahead and put more glue along the back of this little guy here. Just kind of make a little circle, glue it on here. There we go. Oops, just kind of hold it in place. I was about to touch the hot glue with my finger. That would not be smart. Okay, there we go. Again, just kind of make it look cute and festive. Okay, just hold it in place for a second. Okay. Oops, okay, come on, buddy. I'm gonna stick it there like that. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Perfect, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of extra glue along the back here just to make sure everything stays where I want it to stay. Okay. If all else fails, add a little bit of extra glue. So there we have our joy trees. I hope I put that proper, but you know, from the back I could be reading it wrong. Here, I'll put it more centered for you guys to see. J-O-Y, joy. And those are just our trees. Okay, so that is the first craft project, and I will get set up and move all this aside for the second craft project. So we're gonna make little snowman hats out of Jenga blocks. So I'll be right back with that. So the second project we're doing today is we're gonna use, see these blocks here? They're Jenga blocks. I thought I had a box of the tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree. They're like $1.25, obviously, sorry, because it's Dollar Tree. And you get so many in a package, and they're a really good deal. They're usually by the puzzles or the kids' toy stuff. So I had a while back made a lantern using the Jenga blocks, but my son, who's 8, he broke it. But this is what they look like. So if you see this little guy here, that's what they look like. They're just like wooden blocks that are usually wooden color. Sometimes you get the Jenga package with brown and light brown. I had just used this last year to make these cute little ornaments, maybe 2 years ago, and I have a bunch still left over. I don't know what to do with. But we're gonna make little hats. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna attach the Jenga blocks like this, so they're kind of a top hat shape. We're gonna put some ribbon around them, some greenery, and like a little berry. We'll see. And I haven't decided whether I want to use this, or I had made ribbons. I had made like little bows using this last year, so I might use that. I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided yet. And I have this from the Dollar Tree from last year. It's just some greenery with fake snow on it. And the berries, these are a berry pick that I've had for a few years, and I just kind of take them off and use them in projects. So the first thing I did was I painted them black using this chalk paint, again from Michaels. Make sure you use a coupon when you are buying anything from Michaels, because everything is super, super expensive. So again, I just have these 3, and I painted them black. I like using chalk paint because it's thicker paint, but it dries very quickly. But also, you don't have to use as much, so that's great. So I'm just gonna glue these 2 together, put them side by side. Okay, glue them together. There we go. Kind of like that. It's gonna be a little bit rustic looking. Oh, so maybe we'll use that side. Okay. There we go. And then we're just gonna go ahead and glue it to the, let me see which side's more even. We're just gonna glue it to this part, right? So we're gonna make a little hat looking thing. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect where you're attaching the glue from the top of the hat to the base, because like I said, we're just gonna put some ribbon around here anyway, and it should be fine. Ribbon can hide a multitude of sins here. Okay, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so let's just kind of measure where we want this. We want it kind of even on both sides. So there we go. Now I've also seen people do this like in a more 3D manner. So using, I think, 3 and here we go. Using 3 across on the bottom like that, and then putting 2 up like that to make it more 3D. But I kind of like the flat version of it better. Okay, so we'll take that off of there. Okay, so that's what our little hat looks like right now. And we're just gonna do like these are quick and easy projects you can do with kids. You can do by yourself. Let's see. Yeah, I think I like how that one looks there like that. I think that's the look I'm going for. So again, what we're just gonna do is we're gonna take our handy dandy glue gun, put a little dot of glue here. Okay. We're going to, take that glue, stick it right there, and then we'll glue it around the back as well. But I just wanted to put glue on the side because I want it to be where I want it to be, you know what I mean? So I'm putting another dot of glue on the other side, see? And I'm not gonna put any glue on the front underneath the ribbon. I think this is more than fine. And even if you want to do it all the way around, so it looks nice on the back as well, in case, you know, sometimes ornaments get turned around and stuff, and you still want it to look nice on the back. So we're gonna put some glue down right there for the bottom of that. Ooh, that's a little bit hot. So what did I have here earlier? We'll just do this so we don't burn our little fingers, because guys, remember, hot glue is hot. There we go, okay. And then I'm just going to cut a little piece. Let me see what I did with those scissors. If I were scissors, where would I be? Okay, here we go. Handy dandy scissors. Okay, and this is really a reuse, like, I'm just using stuff that I had on hand already. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is kind of really, really good because I'm just using stuff I have on hand. So it doesn't take a lot of money to make nice things or fun things. Like, look at that cute little hat. But I think he's a little bit too plain, he or she. So what I want to do is I just want to cut off a little bit of this greenery and some, so we're just going to take the top here because I just want it to be little, like maybe 2, I think 1 or 2 maybe. Yeah, I think I need 2, but I want the second one to be like a little bit smaller. So we'll just cut this guy right there, okay? And then we'll put these 2 guys together here and we'll just put a little berry on top of it, okay? So I'm just gonna take, again, a tiny little bit of glue guns. I've seen like people who have hot glue in like a little hot glue tub and then they just stick their stuff in the hot glue tubs and glue it, and I'm like, oh, that would be an interesting thing to do. Okay, so we're gonna put that there, just push it down a little bit, and then put this other little guy beside it. Just kind of play around until you're happy with the placement. Do I even need that? So I'm just gonna take a little teeny tiny berry, I'm gonna pull it off and kind of stick it in, see if, do I need any more? Maybe, yeah. I think I just need this little piece here, okay? Yeah, I'll just put a little dot of glue right at the bottom here and stick that right there, just to give it an interesting little look. And then I'll stick the berry right in the middle. I had like a nail file here earlier that I was using. Oh, here we go. There we go. Just kind of hold the things in place. There we go. Okay, so far that's how that looks, and I'm just gonna put the berry kind of in the middle, and I think I'll just maybe use 1 berry. See, it has foam inside, so sometimes hot glue can melt foam. So just be very, very careful because, again, hot glue is hot. And we don't really like to burn ourselves. I love to use hot glue, but I do not love to burn myself with hot glue. There we go. Watch these glue strings here. Okay, so that's what our little hat looks like. Wow, a lot of glue strings here. And what I'm gonna do is on the back, I'm just gonna go ahead and put, some people, they put a little screw in that's like, you know, those loop-ended screws, and then just hang it. But I just don't do that. I do more like this on the back. See how it's kind of like that? So it's just easier for me to do it that way. So I will do it that way. Let me just get some, there we go. So luckily I'm sitting by my craft stash here, and I have these. You buy these from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 3. Sometimes there's 3 packages of of this, what color is this? A brown, I guess, the regular twine. But sometimes it come in a package of 2 twines and 1 green twine. Does that make sense? Okay, and then this might be too short, but we'll see. What I do is I just double it over and then I knot it, but I think, yeah, this is gonna be too short. So make it a bit long. If you want it to be that long, just make it a bit longer, okay? So you double it over, you cut it down, and then you just take this and you knot it. Because at the end, it'll be easier for you to adhere this twine to the back if it's knotted, okay? So we're just gonna go ahead and we will stick this in the back here, and we'll knot it like that, and we'll glue it here like that, and then it will be good to go. So I'm just gonna pause it and glue it because you don't need to watch me gluing. Okay, so here is what you can see. I'm just gonna move that out of the way. So this is what we ended up with here. So I did, when I made the knot, I put it over the top a little bit, just so when it hangs up and down. If the knot is too far on the back, it will hang slightly forward, and I kind of want it to hang upright like that. So this is what the back looks like here. There's the ribbon there. I put some extra hot glue over the back there just to make sure that it stayed, and I trimmed it down a little bit. But this is our little guy. That's cute. And this is all made from stuff that I had at home already. A broken tumbling tower blocks lantern. I had these in my home from last year, and this as well. So I mean, you don't really need to spend a lot of money to make cute things, but look how cute that is. I really enjoy that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pause the video, and then I'm going to say goodbye for this week and hope everyone has a good week. So give me a minute, okay? All right, well, thank you for spending time with me today. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna give you another look at the joy sign that we made here. One last look. Joy with the little stars on the top, joy. And of course, who can forget our cute little snowman hat with the little, actually that's really cute. Yeah, who can forget that one? So that's what we made today. I'm gonna turn the camera back to me. Ooh, okay, there we go. So again, if you would like this video, please click on like and subscribe. And I'm going to be coming back next week with some more Christmas crafting because I love Christmas. Oh, and FYI, I do recognize that I'm Christmas crafting on top of a fall tablecloth. Kind of cuckoo nuts, I understand. But you know, that's me. Half in this season, half in the next season. I'm just so excited to be Christmas crafting because Christmas, as you know, is my favorite time of year. So I'm just going to sign off and say thanks for spending time with me. If you liked the video, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Have a jolly day, and I will see you next Tuesday.